There's a verse in the Bible, James 2:26, that states, "Faith without works is dead." I grew up in a Christian household. I wouldn't say I'm the most religious. Being sober has honestly reintroduced God to my life. But the reason why I love this verse, and the reason why it's been stuck in my head the past couple of days, is because in life we know that despite the hard work you put in, success is not guaranteed. So we need to have faith. And I think the moment that I lose that faith, the belief that I can achieve what I believe is meant for me, that's the moment that I will ultimately go back to my old habits. That's the moment where I will break my sobriety. That's the moment where I will drink more. That's the moment where I will have lost all hope. But luckily we are not there. We are at a much better place. We are in a place of faith. I have no reason to doubt God. So this statement should work well for me, because truthfully, God has answered a lot of my prayers. I remember when I was a kid, I would always pray for a girlfriend finding the right one. I believe He has answered that. I prayed for a good, stable job. I believe He has answered that. But what gives me faith in God and the utmost belief in God is a couple of years ago when my dad passed away. I prayed to God furiously. I prayed to Him, crying and begging and saying and asking Him, God, was my dad a believer? Because as a Christian, when someone you love passes away, I believe, what I want to know is, are they in heaven or hell? Because I love my dad unconditionally. And my parents are divorced and he wasn't really in my life. So it was hard for me to get a grasp of what he believed in. And it was something I struggled with a lot. I cried and I prayed for days. And about 2 weeks later, as I'm driving home with my sister to spend some time with family so that we could all grieve together, my sister tells me she has something she wants me to hear. And it was a voicemail from my dad saying he believes in God. And I remember breaking down at that moment, because I knew that if there was any prayer I could ask for God to answer, it was this. And it was from this moment that I knew that God was real. How can you get a voicemail from a dead man answering the one question you had? But that doesn't mean that we'll have doubts. We all have doubts. I still have doubts in my mind. But I think that's the point of having faith. Doubt is undoubtedly the killer of most dreams. And the reason for that is because there's no guarantee that all the hard work is going to pay off. But I think I owe it to not myself, but for the people I love and the people I care about, as well as myself, to try. I've always had this vision of being able to retire my mom. Make sure her house is fully paid off. Make sure she never has to worry about a single dime again. And I can't be doing that if I'm sitting back and just watching TV all day. I need to be the best version of myself, physically and mentally. And every day, truthfully, I do have some sort of doubt that even though I'm working on becoming the best version of myself, I don't know if I will be able to achieve this goal of mine. But for the sake of my mom and for everything that she has done for me, I definitely at least owe it to her to use this life that I have to give the best and see if that's something that's achievable.
So this is where my mind's out in regards to doubt. Let's say I get my dream body. I get that six-pack. Let's say I'm able to beat that screen addiction. Let's say I stay sober. Let's say I read. Let's say I educate myself. Even if I follow all of these steps, part of my brain does not know or cannot comprehend how this will take me into the step of achieving financial freedom. And that's where the doubt kicks in. These are all things that I know that will make my life better and be beneficial for me. But how do these things directly translate into me being able to earn an income outside of my standard 9-to-5 so that I could support not only myself, my future family, as well as my mom, my sisters, and everyone I care and love about? And that's what doubt does. But I understand that I am in the right path, because unless I break my addiction towards television, alcohol, weed, junk food, and all these bad habits, these are all essentially just hindrances that I know that will prevent me from achieving the life that I so desperately wish to attain.
What I'm trying to say is that life is hard. It's hard, and if you want to live an above average and spectacular life, it's going to be even harder. Success is not guaranteed, but it's better than not trying. And that's what I'm doing in this journey. I am trying to live the best life that I can live. I am deathly afraid that I will not achieve what I want to achieve. But it's better than not doing anything at all. This right here is my journey. I really do believe that this is the right path for me. And I want to document it from beginning to when I actually hit my goals. If you made it this far, if you want to follow along in my journey of me trying to find myself, you know what to do. Subscribe. If not, thank you so much for watching. I do post daily, or try to. Until tomorrow, good night.